Bonjour et bienvenue, and welcome to my preview of this weekend's Monaco Grand Prix, one of the, if not the prestigious Grand Prix of the whole year, of the whole season. The one Grand Prix that every driver wants to win, and you could argue one of the most challenging circuits on the Grand Prix calendar. Yes, it's one of the shortest ones, but one mistake and you could end up in the barriers. There's twisting and narrow streets of Monte Carlo. Formula One is back there, and I think a lot of, no doubt, all of us have missed going to Monaco. But yeah, Formula One is back this year, and no doubt I reckon it'll be we could potentially be in for a classic Monaco Grand Prix. Fingers crossed. So yeah, really looking forward to Monaco this weekend. And when I think of the Monaco Grand Prix, the first thing that comes to my mind is that lap in 1988 by Ayrton Senna. Probably one of the greatest qualifying laps ever in Formula, not just at Monaco, but in Formula One history. You could argue the commitment, the desire, and just the way that Senna went about, going about doing that lap was just honestly incredible. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen in Formula One. I know it's before my time, before I first started to get into Formula One, which was 1996. But even so, when I do think of Monaco, I always think about well, the first thing that comes to my mind is that lap of Ayrton Senna in 1988. Obviously didn't not the result he wanted in the race, where he was leading quite comfortably, and then yeah, basically hit the barrier just as he was about to go into the tunnel, and during the closing stages of the race that year. But yeah, that's one of my memories of the Monaco Grand Prix. And speaking of Monaco, speaking of McLaren, as you know, it was Senna that put the car in 1988. He was driving a McLaren that day. Speaking of McLaren nowadays, you could argue that the big news coming into this weekend is all about this guy, Lando Norris. So Lando has signed a new deal, a new multi-year deal with the team. So looking like, no, more than likely that will runs to at least 2023. But I think it shows intent from McLaren to show that they want to know they're serious about keeping Lando, and they've been really impressed with the progress that he has been making, and so have I. Ever since he's come into Formula One, I think Lando has done a fantastic job. I think as the years have gone on, this is his third season in Formula One, but I think the second season he was in Formula One last year, I think he improved on what he was able to achieve in his debut season, and this year he had a fantastic start to 2021. Okay, no, he wasn't quite as strong as he was in the first three races of the season, where I think he finished a bit lower down the points than he would have liked in Spain. But even so, it's been a really great year, albeit no four races so far for Lando, and he thoroughly deserves his new contract. He really does. And Lando mentions about when he speaking about the new deal, mentions about wanting to win races and also championships with McLaren as well. The progress that they are making right now, McLaren, you have to say that could happen. There's still obviously still a long way to go yet for McLaren, I feel, to achieve that, to get to that level. But when you think about the new regulations coming into next year, you look at the progress that McLaren have made. Obviously, they've got Mercedes engines this year. I think Lando is in a very good place, and I think McLaren are in a good place as well. They're definitely going places, and you could argue that they are best of the rest behind Red Bull and Mercedes. Still, obviously, McLaren still got some work to do to be on that Mercedes and Red Bull level, but you have to say, if there's one team you want to be at, other than the top two, it's McLaren. So I've really been impressed with Lando. I think definitely matured. I think he's always, I think he's always been a, mature lad. From what I see, from the interviews that he gives, and the way he comes across on his social media channels. But yeah, I'm really happy for Lando, really happy for the team as well, and I think McLaren definitely go in place, and I think um, if they carry on progressing the way they are, then those race wins, those championships might come soon. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I think McLaren are on a upward trajectory, and I think Lando has he thoroughly deserves his new contract. And speaking of McLaren, continuing on the McLaren theme, they're going to be having a one-off livery for this weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix. So all with one of their partners, Gulf Oil, I should say. But whenever I've seen the Gulf, say, representing other liveries in different sport categories, or different car categories, I've always been impressed with their livery, and with the McLaren livery for this weekend, I'm again even more impressed with it. I like the car, I like the concept, and yeah, I think it's going to without doubt be one of the best looking liveries this weekend at Monaco. So yeah, I expect McLaren to be strong this weekend, and we'll see what they can do. Obviously, Dan Ricciardo's obviously he's won at Monaco before, so he knows what it takes to win Monaco. Whether they can win the race at Monaco, I'm not sure. I don't think that they'll be able to do that, but still no reason why they can't achieve a strong result at the weekend. So yeah, really happy for Lando that he's got a new contract, and he thoroughly deserves it. So one of the other stories coming into the weekend is the fact that the Turkish Grand Prix has been cancelled, due to coronavirus rates increasing in Turkey. But yeah, it's look obviously, from a sports perspective, it's a shame that we're not going to Turkey after last year's thriller. But even so, it has been cancelled for the right reasons, and obviously people's health comes first, and that is more important. So because of that, so we'll have two races in Austria, and also the French Grand Prix will be brought forward by 1 week. So yeah, so that I believe that'll be a triple header. So yeah, so it promises to be really enjoyable race at Austria. Actually, I always enjoy the races in Austria. So they always bring up some entertaining races as we saw last year. So I'm really looking forward to Austria getting a double header once again this year. Shame about Turkey, but like I say, knowing that it's been cancelled as a result of the increasing rates of COVID-19 in the country, you have to say it's the right decision. But I've got no doubts that we could. We should go back to Turkey in future years, and who knows, might even make an appearance in next year's calendar. So that's one of the other stories to break in the lead up to this weekend's Monaco Grand Prix. And looking ahead to Monaco, I know some of the drivers live in Monaco, and with one of them being Charles Leclerc. So like Lando, now Charles had a very good start to the season. Solid results, qualifying. I've been really impressed with him qualifying. Charles, that he's just continuing to drive the wheels off that Ferrari, isn't he? And he's doing a fantastic job. Okay, might not be one of the top two teams, but you have to say Charles is doing a fantastic job, and he will definitely be in contention to be in amongst the best of the rest, behind Red Bull and also Mercedes drivers as well. So I think, yeah, Charles just needs to continue what he's doing, and who knows, if there are opportunities, say, where Red Bull and Mercedes are not quite up to it on the day, then Charles could be in the pound seat to take advantage. So yeah, I think Charles has he's definitely, I think, grown in stature, I should say, and has become mature actually in wanting to. In a way, you could argue that he is the team leader this year with Carlos Carlos Sainz joining the team this year. But actually, I've also been impressed with the way that Carlos has been able to adapt to life at Maranello and becoming a Ferrari driver. So yeah, I think he's done a really good job, and I expect Ferrari to continue as they have been this season, and definitely be in contention to finish third in the constructors this year. And then just finally, obviously, it's round five of Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. We know that both drivers enjoy Monaco. I know Max has not had it all his own way in Monaco. He has one or two moments where he has struggled. I remember one of the years, I can't remember what year it was, but he was really flying in free practice and arguably one of the quickest drivers. And then he ends up bringing the car into the barrier, which meant he had to start at the back of the grid. But actually, I think I think Red Bull traditionally go well at Monaco. So I would expect them to be right up there, and of course we know Mercedes are strong uh, at uh, at Monaco as well. So I would expect Lewis and Valtteri as well. I would expect them to put strong showings this weekend, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess the key, and as I'm sure you know, particularly with Monaco, tight, not many places where you can overtake. So qualifying is going to be absolutely massive on Saturday, and will no doubt have a massive bearing on potentially where drivers will finish the race on Sunday. So getting it right on Saturday is going to be absolutely key for all the drivers for them to be able to deliver the result that they want to on Sunday. Looks like we're not going to get some rain, unfortunately, because I think a wet race would definitely have spiced things even more up at the Monaco Grand Prix, but not to be this year. But even so, I still think we're going to be in for a cracking race this weekend, and yeah, we'll see who comes out on top. Not just between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, but who comes out on top at the Monaco Grand Prix. So that is my preview for the Grand Prix. And if you want to talk things Formula One, you can message me on Instagram, Manish Patel89, and I'm also on Twitter at Baggies20. Enjoy the Grand Prix, and I will catch up with you guys and girls soon. Take care, everyone.